the zzz of that knife, and I could smell it too. It smelled like lots of blood and burning hair. But they had this partition up so I could disassociate myself from the bottom half of my body. But I could still feel my lower half moving back and forth. And I felt like throwing up. I promise I almost did. But as soon as the umbilical cord was cut, I heard my baby scream. Ashton was strong and he was healthy, and I was happy in that way that all mothers are happy to know that their babies are okay. But then the nurse made a point of saying,
"He's certainly breech. Yes, that's a breech baby."
I wasn't surprised he was breech. That was never my point. After he was born, they gave Ashton to my mother, and he stared at me with his big, dark eyes. It was this really sweet moment, but I couldn't hold my baby. My guts were still totally out. I felt that same eerie pulling and tugging while they stitched me up. I don't remember a whole lot after that. I mean, there was the recovery room, and I know that there was a puffy pillow with hot air they put on my stomach. But I was totally drugged up. The next morning, Justin finally got that flight in from Boston. And I remember we both cried that morning from the joy of seeing our son, but also from sheer sadness of what I had been through. You know, after Ashton was born, I had a really hard time separating my anger from my sadness. I mean, yeah, I was definitely still furious, but I was also sad too. It just felt like my body realized that something was missing. It almost felt like a congested feeling. I had a really strong sense after Ashton was born that my baby had died. I didn't think he was dead at any point. I'm not delusional, but it was almost as though my body knew that it didn't really go into labor. My stomach, my cells, my uterus, they all didn't know, well, aside from my brain, what had really happened. One day I was pregnant, and the next there was a knife put to my stomach and my child was taken from me. I didn't even get a chance to go into labor. I should have been allowed to have at least one labor pain. That was all I wanted.
At least you had a healthy baby.
Yeah, the baby was healthy.
Hi, Mom. Well, hello. I have some news. Yes? You're going to be a grandmother again. Oh, that's great news. Congratulations. 3 years is just the right spacing between children, Sandy. Rachel needs a brother or sister. Ralph and I thought so too. Oh, and Mom, I'm going to have a feedback with this one. Totally vaginal. I know that's what you want, Sandy, but a C-section would be so much easier. Mom, I'm just saying you could be lucky, but what if something went wrong? Mom, with this birth, I don't plan to be lucky. I plan to be smart.